Welcome to the Groove Junction, episode 75, guys. 75. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. The Groove Junction is a podcast made by DJs for DJs, and we talk about everything DJ related, pretty much. Last week, a bit of a headache it was last week, sorting out all the technology. It didn't go right. So I was planning to have DJ John Lowe as my co-host and guest last week. Didn't actually happen. It was just me. But pleased to say that this week I have managed to pin him down and get him. So we have got, as my co-host and guest tonight at the Groove Junction, we do have DJ John Lowe. There he is. Hello, mate. I pushed the right button this week, which is absolutely fantastic. John, welcome to the Groove Junction. Again, I mean, I've said it before. I've said it 1,000 times. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for your support with the Groove Junction and the podcast and that. And also, massive thanks going out to the 33 other countries around the globe that listen to us. The podcast wouldn't be the podcast if it wasn't for you guys. And also the kind support of our friends at Wolf Mix as well. Mr. DJ John Lowe, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well, mate. You?
I'm good, thank you. Now, John, before we get into the show and the rundown, which is sponsored by Pro Mobile Magazine, bit of a special day last week, wasn't it? Was it last Friday, I believe? Was it a special day? Thursday. It was your birthday, wasn't it?
It was.
It was. So happy birthday from all of us here at the Groove Junction, mate.
Thank you very much.
21? No?
Yeah, plus the VAT, plus other stuff.
You know, look, a day over 21, John, mate. Did you have a nice day?
Yeah, it was all right. Didn't do anything, so...
No, it wasn't a special one.
Really tend to... No, exactly. No, nothing special.
Nothing special, but you had a good day, which is the main thing. Quality. Now, listen, John, as always, we're going to go through the rundown. We've got a couple of things that I want to talk about this evening as well. So, John, again, you know the score. We're going to do the rundown, and then we're going to talk about a few things that's on my mind this week as well. So before we do that, let's get on with the rundown, which is kindly sponsored by our friends at Pro Mobile Magazine.
The Groove Junction rundown is sponsored by Pro Mobile Magazine, the magazine that's got it all. It's a game changer. They don't just do surface-level reviews, they dive deep with real practical insights. And the interviews? They feature some heavy hitters sharing seriously valuable advice. But it's not just about DJ gear. They cover everything. Marketing techniques, and even the latest tech trends like AI, which is super relevant right now. Honestly, if you're serious about your DJ career, you need to check them out. And here's the best part. We've got an exclusive deal just for the Groove Junction listeners. You can subscribe right now by searching Pro Mobile Magazine and hitting the subscribe button. Just use our special code, GroovePMSUB, for a 25% discount on your first year's subscription, which is 6 magazines delivered to your door. That's Pro Mobile Magazine. Don't miss out.
Thank you, Pro Mobile Magazine. So, John, we'll start with you as it's polite because you are our guests. What you been up to in the last week?
So I had a gig Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. Did my little bar gig in Lytham. Marvin's, which is soul, Motown stuff. That was Friday. Saturday I had a 60th, so it was me and a guitarist. So a few little hours there. And then last night I was up in Penrith for a kind of post-Christmas party for a hotel in Lake District. So
it was their Christmas party after Christmas?
Yeah, no, I think they said that they actually go into a different hotel, but they chose this other venue this time. So it was me and a saxophonist.
So did you play any Christmas music?
Nope. The conversation got brought up at the beginning with the actual organizer, and the sax player was looking at me, and they both looked at me, and I just went, and that says it all.
That's it. I love that. So, John, before we move on, you say one the Saturday night you had a guitarist, and then Sunday you had a saxophonist playing with you. Did they plug into your stuff, or did they bring their own sort of PA systems?
No, they plugged into mine.
They plugged into yours, and just what, an XLR or
I have a little mixing desk.
Mm-hmm.
So I just run the cables from that, give them a channel, and then they work everything from the guitarist anyway, because he's got his own mixing desk. He said he was more Ed Sheeran ish,
Okay.
with the beat, with the pedal, with the beat drum that kicks itself.
Right, like a loop recorder type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Couldn't think of
okay.
the word then. And then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
saxophonist, it's just an XLR into his wireless microphone.
So did your sax player just do his own set, or did he play over the top of you, or?
No, we kind of do it. I mean, there's a lot of sax players that I work with, and they kind of give me the stuff or make it more, dancey. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
like if it was a wedding or a birthday and they got the crests, if it's not really dancey, then I'll fit the stuff in between, and the sax players, finish doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with a couple of sax players. I mean, one, he turned up, he said, "Oh, I'm the sax player." I said, "I didn't even know he had a sax player." He said, "Can I plug into your stuff?" I said, "Well, yeah, what cables have you got?" And he's like, "I just need an XLR." I said, "No problem, you can go straight into the mic channel." And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine." I said, "Right." I said, "Are you happy to play over it?" He said, "Oh, no." He said, "Look, I've got my own set." He said, "I'm just going to play." I went, "So you don't want me to do anything?" He said, "No." So literally for an hour and a half, I did nothing. He literally just played through my equipment. He had his little iPad and all of that. And then at the end, he carried on sort of like as a guest at the wedding type thing, and then left his iPad, his cables, his sax, left everything behind the DJ stand. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Everyone had gone by the time I packed up. Everyone had gone, so I just left it with the hotel. But he, yeah. And another one, a great guy, Elijah Paul, and fantastic sax player. He comes in, he gives it, you play, and I play over the top of you. And I'm like, well, I'll do remixes and I'll do like bits and pieces. He said, yeah. He said, like, just chuck it in, I'll play over the top of you. And he can work out the difference in key and tempo and all that. Fantastic. Really good guy.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I was like a sax player last night that I was with.
Of course, yeah, last night. Yeah, there. That was good, though. It was a good gig.
Yeah, it was a good gig. Yeah,
Good stuff.
nice little venue. Worked there a few times doing weddings, and they recommend me as well. So
Happy days. Happy days. I didn't have anything. Well, I had one part. I had a 40th on Saturday night. Now I've done a party for this family before. It was last April, and it was his 40th birthday. As soon as I finished, his woman. Well, it was his 40th, and then turned into an engagement because he got down on bended knee in front of everyone at his 40th and popped the question. As soon as that party finished, they're like, "Yeah, can we book you for January because it's my 40th?" So I was like, "Yeah, fine, no problem." Yeah, so all booked in. They've got a couple of kids, I'd say about 11, 12 years old, something like that. Because it's a 40th birthday, it's all their mates, and they're all getting drunk. Well, not getting drunk, like irresponsibly drunk, but they were, having a drink. The kids were bored. I said, come behind the decks. I said, and like, you can help me. So I had one of them like operating the Wolf mix, and said, and the other one, I said, right, when I tell you now, just hit play, and then sort of I get them to bring the tracks in. And it was great fun, actually, just the three of us behind there. It was good fun. And they loved it. The parents absolutely loved it because it meant they didn't have to worry about what the kids were doing. Do you know what I mean? No, that was good. It was good fun. But one thing I know I said to you earlier on, for the first time in like many, many years, I had drinks and food left on my speakers. Oh, wound me up, that did. Wound me right up. I was like, I can't believe that. And I wouldn't mind, but there was there's a bar right next to my speakers. Why are you putting it on there? And I only had a little space. So I'm thinking of tucking up Dan Nicholson. Dan Nicholson does these little stickers for no food.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I'm going to tuck him up, I think, and say, like, let me buy some off you because I need some now. I wasn't going to buy any.
Speakers behind you as well.
Well, I didn't have any. I hardly had any space at all. So if I could have put them behind me, I probably would have done, but there just weren't space. But it is what it is. I mean, it was a good party. So got 3 inquiries off of the back of it. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy. It was one of them as well. You must finish at 11:30. No problem. So I'm starting to wind down at 11:15 type thing, getting the last dregs of them on the dance floor for the last song. And the landlord come over, he said, right, you can have 15 minutes longer till 1:45. And I'm like, what happened to our past? He said, look, we've taken so much money over the bar. I went, okay, fair enough. And then he come over, he said, 1:45. And I'm going, right, last song, blah, 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 you've been fantastic. Big shout out to the bar staff, blah, blah, blah. And he's come over, you're right, you could do one more. I'm never going to get out of here. I was out in 20 minutes, literally. I took 2 moving heads and 8 uplighters. That's all I took with me.
I apparently finished earlier than planned last night because they were saying, well, we were going till 12:30, but the coach turned up at 12. So I kind of, said to him, oh, you've had a good time. And everyone was like clapping, cheering. So why are you doing that? Giving the bar staff a clap and went, and that's it. and then they're just chanting at the end, like going one more song.
Yeah,
And when I
love that.
couldn't, I said I can't because I'm not allowed. It's a venue, and I got booed.
Yeah.
So if
Oh,
you don't
really?
get booed, then it's not good. It's not a party if you don't get booed at the end of it because you won't play another song.
I've only ever been booed once, and it was on a mass scale of like 450 people. I was doing a silent disco in Edinburgh, and we said the goodbyes. We played the last song, faded it out, and that was it. They just one more song, and they proper going on and on and on and on. And then they all started singing Robbie Williams' Angels, and the the production crew come running over and said, turn it off. I went, there's nothing playing.
No.
It's not us. It's not us. So, yeah, it's good fun. I've had that with, like you said, about a coach turning out. I did a prom last year, dance relatively full, and then all of a sudden, everyone left. And I'm like, what just happened? You know, when you try and like figure out, well, what's just happened? Everyone's gone. And then someone come up to me and said, oh, the coach is here. I went, what coach? They went, the coach for the after party. And I'm like, well, your prom don't finish for another hour. Like, yeah, it turned up early, so we're going early. I was like, all right, see you later then. And off they went. So, yeah, that was an early finish. That was a prom as well. Nice. Right, John, that just about wraps up the rundown this week. Thank you very much. Now, John, this week, let's talk about, what was I going to talk about? So, one of the things they say after Christmas, January and February tend to be the times where people want to book their wedding. Brides and grooms to be want to book their weddings up because they've probably got engaged over Christmas or something, or he's forgot to buy her a Christmas present, and the only way out of it is to get down on one knee. You know, so I mean, I've had a few inquiries about weddings for myself to do, but I've had a lot of sort of like in the email inbox and seeing on social media, a lot of venues starting to put out their open days or their wedding shows and that sort of thing. Now, is this something that you do? Because I know you do a lot of different things. Is it wedding shows and things? Is that something that on your radar?
Never done them. I think I had the opportunity with the company I used to work for. Just never sort of materialised. I think because I'd started like the week before there was this wedding show, or a couple of weeks before, and they were thinking of putting me in, and then they just kind of heard nothing. And I've never used ever signed up for myself or anything like that. No, never.
I must admit, I mean, I've done a couple, and I've always done very well out of them, if I'm on, totally on. But it is, in a way, it's a nice way to break the ice with somebody, because a bride and groom, when they go to, if it's their first time getting married, which 9 times out of 10 it is, you can't say that, you can't rule everybody out, but they don't really know what they need. They know what they want, but they don't actually know what they need. And that's when they come in, and then it's nice to actually see a setup. It's nice to speak to not just the DJ inside of it, like the photographer, or there might be an acoustic guitarist, like you were saying, a guitarist at your party, and he could do a little half-hour set. But it's a nice way to showcase your equipment, but not on the to the level like, oh, this is what I do, and I'm like going to bang out a proper house set or whatever. It's more they can approach and they can ask you questions face to face rather than filling in a contact form on a website or something like that.
Yeah.
And I know I'm doing one. Oh, it's a way off now. It's not until November I'm doing one, and they're not cheap. If I'm honest, they're not cheap. I mean, I think this is costing me 390 quid. I think it is, and all I've got is 8 foot frontage. That's all you get, 8 foot. And then they sting you with another £30 for electricity. I'm only going to be there for 6 hours.
And what exactly are you taking to these?
Well, this is something I've been sort of thinking about. I mean, I can't take a full rig. So I'm thinking of taking a small stand. I mean, they've said if you want to play music, you can, because there's no other DJs that are going to be near. There's 3 other DJs at the venue on the day. But we're sort of like evenly spaced out, not next to each other, sort of thing. So I was thinking of taking one J8 speaker with me, a small DJ booth, and maybe 1 or 2 moving heads on podiums, maybe, and that's literally about all I'm going to be able to fit in. I'll take my banner with me, and I'll get some new flyers printed up and that sort of thing. But then I'll be more out the front, saying hello to people as they're walking past and congratulating people, you know, are you getting married? Are you looking? You know, that sort of thing. And then just give them a little, like, bit of a spiel. I mean, I was talking to DJ Scott Dewin. He did a wedding fair last year and he done really, really well out of it, the way he approached it. And I'm thinking of getting like a TV, maybe on a stand or just sitting on the DJ stand, just to roll and make a little video up, roll round and show different bits of, like, you know, what I do at weddings and that sort of thing. No, there won't be no sound to it. It'll just be visual.
No, but yeah, I was going to mention something like that. Or it could be, you know, a laptop. You know, if you've got a spare laptop, flip that round and maybe put something on there.
I think it's something.
Especially if you're limited with your space.
Yeah, I mean, the other wedding shows I've done, I've never been limited to space. You just literally put up a full rig, and it's done me well. But this one, it was like proper condensed it down, and I don't know who I'm going to be next to. I mean, I could be next to a, you know, photographer or a cake maker. Or a cake maker are nice because they always give you a bit of cake. They say, try that. What do you think of that? And I'm like, yeah, mate, I could be fed all day. So, but that's not till November. So, bit of time to wait for that. But there's a lot of venues around here that are doing it now, like open days. They won't just do one wedding show a year. They'll do one every quarter or whatever. And they earn good money. They earn good money out of it. Yeah, I just wondered if it was something that you did. I'd say I've done a couple and I've done well, and I've got one booked in for this year. I've not gone looking for it as such. It's all come to me and said, do you want to come to it? And I'm like, yeah, we'll have a crack at that. Why not? We'll have a go. Something to do on a Sunday afternoon.
But, it's just never really had the opportunity.
No, I've
never looked for it.
No, I mean, I need one party just to cover my cost of, like, actually doing the show. So, and then you get put in there like magazine and everything anyway. So, I was just wondering, John, if that's something, because I was like, it just seemed to be inundated in my inbox with different venues from around where I live, golf clubs and, you know, that sort of thing, wedding venues, sort of putting it all out there. So there you go. But yeah, not your bag as such then.
No,
but you do weddings, don't you?
Oh yeah, like I said, it's about 70 plus I've got this year. So
where do yours come from? Where do you get yours from?
Agencies, going on like online websites, stuff like that. I do independent ones. A lot of them come from agencies.
Right. Okay.
I think one messaged me today, was asking like me prices and everything, and they were like, "Yeah, it sounds like something. You know, we're kind of on the same sheet." But I said the only problem is its availability. Because I'm just, like I said on the previous podcast, I'm just a musical prostitute. So.
Love that. I mean, 2026 is looking good for you. What about 20? Have you got any wedding bookings for 27 yet? Got
some for 27, got some for 28.
Wow, that's amazing. Lovely. Well done, that. Well done. John, we're going to take a quick break. I want to talk a little bit about sort of like social media and advertising, but we'll talk about that after the break. Welcome back. Hi, John. You come back.
Hey, I've come back.
Love that. So, John and I, we done the rundown and we had a little chat about like wedding shows and that sort of thing. And then we touched on like a video screen for like the wedding show to sort of like showcase some of the things that we do at our weddings and that sort of thing, which kind of brings me on to sort of a number of things. Social media being one of them, advertising being the other thing that I kind of want to talk about. And the reason I want to talk about it is that I did a party over Christmas. 10, 11 years now, I've been a DJ at this soft play area that we've got here. And they said, well, look, if you knock £100 off your price, we'll give you an advert in our brochure that we give out. And they print off, last year they printed off 20,000 brochures. And I'm like, did you go through 20,000 brochures? They said, well, we went through 18,000 last year. That's why we've got 20,000 this year. And I'm like, who'd you give them to? It's like anyone that comes in. They don't post them out. They don't do like a mail shot or anything like that. There's people that go into their venue. And I'm like, for £100, you're going to give me like a half-page advert where potentially 18,000 people are going to see it for £100. And I'm like, yeah, do it. So I had a look. I haven't got the magazine in here, or the brochure in here with me tonight, but I saw it and it's a nice little advert. There's me doing a kids' party and all of that. And I'm thinking, for £100 a year, 18,000 people potentially going to see it. I thought that was quite a good deal. to be fair. For
Very good.
You know, now personally, I don't pay for any other advertising. Do you? I know you do a bit of agency work, but do you advertise yourself like anywhere using adverts or anything like that?
I spoke to a DJ a while ago. He was basically saying that for, like a few quid, like if you boost a reel on, say, Instagram or something like that, it could, at least get, your numbers up and, maybe more followers and, the more, you could have interaction with people. But yeah, that's the only kind of advertising I've done, like regarding Instagram, or tried Google and didn't really like it. It was only for a short period.
Yeah.
Like I said, for the other sort of major websites for weddings, wanting DJs, they're more like credit based, and then if you see an advert for something and you purchase it, it's kind of that way. But
yeah, I said we were. Yeah.
yeah. But with advertising, it's I don't know. I just mainly concentrate really on reels and everything. It's more what I get from people maybe seeing a reel and then looking on my page and messaging me on Instagram.
Yeah, so I mean, I like you. I mean, I've done a couple of events like through Instagram, and I've had a few inquiries through Instagram. I mean, a lot of my work comes through Facebook, where I've been recommended by people that have used me in this area or whatever. So a lot of my work comes through like word of mouth. I don't really pay for any advertising, which is good, I think, because I'm busy. So obviously, whatever it is working. But I've noticed that some of the places that are like adverts, half a page in an A5 brochure will cost you, I don't know, hundreds of pounds. Is it a gamble, do you think? Do you think it's a gamble? Is it well worth, is it worth spending the money on the potential that you may get one? Do you know what I mean? It's one of those.
Yeah, it's like that with the websites. Like I said, there's quite a few of them, and to me, some of them is just these. I mean, these were recommendations, and it's not gospel, but these were recommendations on ChatGPT, and some that I've gone down have been like, to me, it's just a complete waste of time.
I mean,
I was just going to say, because I think maybe ChatGPT sees some of them just as a website, even though it, like, say, may cater to, the US market more than what it does over here.
Yeah. I mean, I say, like, an advert is quite expensive, but then I know after talking to Pro Mobile magazine in the past, I know the magazine that they bring out, I know that it is not cheap to bring that out. It isn't. I mean, the amount of adverts that they've got in there, and the fact that they have to, produce it, and I know Steve and Peter are like, literally constantly on it, getting this, like, the information, getting the material together. We're talking to all the different people. Because do you get the Pro Mobile magazine?
I do get it, and
Yeah.
I think it was quite a while ago, but I think it might have been Peter reached out to me on Facebook and actually used my setup, my old setup, on the cover of a magazine once.
Love it. I mean, it's great. I mean, the Pro Mobile magazine, you have a look at it, you read through it. There's a lot of adverts in there, but you're not going to get to see these. We've spoken about it on podcasts before. There's not many DJ shops out there, so you don't really, unless you're signed up to such and such a mailing list or whatever, not many DJs actually get to go and see a shop. So this is where we rely on the social media, the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikTok, all of that, in order for us to see this new equipment. Now, I know we've had Mike from Phase One on, and I love his videos. He's always full of energy.
Same.
And he does great reviews. And you can watch it on Instagram, you can watch it on Facebook, you can watch it on YouTube, and it's great. And for for DJs that are coming into this industry and don't actually really know where to start, you need to be looking at these reviews that are done by DJs. DJs are going to give you an honest opinion, And one of the reviews I saw this week talking about tech was the new UFO light. I don't know if you've seen it. Do you remember that?
I've seen it online.
It reminds me of that fairground ride, the Hearts and Diamonds. They used to call it the Hearts and Diamonds, which spins around like that and it goes up right. For me, it's not a light that I would want in my inventory, if I'm honest. It's too busy for me. But I was able to look at this review online, see it, you know, apart from not being able to touch it, they literally dissected it all out for you. You know, so you knew everything about the light. So if you wanted it, you could go and just order it online and you know what you're getting because you've seen these reviews. And I think that's the power of the social media, whether it be, you know, Instagram. My video editing skills are shocking. He tells me all the time, right? He said, your video, he said, you've got to work on your videos. He's great at, I mean, he's absolutely fantastic. He can whip up a decent video in 5 minutes. It takes me like 5 minutes to actually get my fat thumb to push the right bit of the screen. But you've got apps like, you've got websites like Canva, you've got apps like CapCut, where you can produce all these things now very, very quickly and very, very cheaply. I mean, CapCut, I believe, is free. I mean, I think you pay for certain bits, but you can use...
I've used CapCut, yeah.
Have you used it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not often I use it. I generally use it at the end of the, you know, the
end of the year
2025 review, yeah. And then at least it has a segment then of it says how many videos you want to put in.
Yeah.
And then you break it down that way. So that's really what I've used it more on than anything else.
I mean, it's a great little platform to get yourself out there. I mean, if you're not very good at making videos, which I'm not, you know, I've used it quite a bit with my videoing because of it, because I'm rubbish at editing, and it does it all for you. All I've got to do is pop the video clips in, and it does the rest for you, doesn't it? I mean, export it and then upload it, you know.
And what I noticed this time around having a look was it kind of does a monthly one if you wanted to do something like that. So at least you put in your, you know, your social media presence, especially if you get to like, you know, summer and you've got loads of weddings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, obviously like this is August and
show how busy you've been and showcase what you do, you know, your guests to get up to. I mean, I have to be honest, I mean, social media is a great platform for getting your name out there. But one of the things that I've noticed, especially it's more on Facebook, you've got these trolls out there, and you'll get a DJ, new to the industry, and he's coming, this is my first gig. What do you think of my setup? Don't get me wrong. I mean, some of them, they need a lot of work, but you get these people out there that will literally just slate them down in the comments. And I think to myself, you need to give someone constructive, I think that you need that if you're going to, not necessarily slate someone, but if you're going to put their setup down, at least DM them. You know, do it privately. Don't put it out on public, like, and because they may think that setup is like, for their first one, oh mate, looks the nuts, love it, absolutely love it. The speakers there, the lights are working, and then you get someone come along and give it, no, your cables are rubbish, your speakers are too low, your lights are like, you know, 1950. You know, you need to sort it all out. But those sort of comments, I think they should be done as a private message and say, look, you know, this is my advice. Why don't you try this? Yeah, I'll leave some pictures. I just think it's a nicer way of doing it. I'd rather someone did that to me. I'd rather, you know, if you didn't like my setup, John, I'd rather you put private message me and say, look, John, it's all right. However, could you try this, rather than the thousands of people that have a look at it on Facebook, because it just, it puts you down. I don't think there's any need for that. I think you got to they're there to support each other. I think
it takes is a little, you know, it's good for a first one. There are some things I'd change, and then it's all you got to do. Then you DM him.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can give him or even maybe even in the comments you can go, well, maybe if you're looking to upgrade, like I said on the original one, from the company I used to work for, we had a list of what you had to get. So it was already kind of there, ready for you. You just kind of followed it. All you had to do was look it up online.
And that's it.
Try and obviously, you know, find the cheapest version that you could. And straightforward.
Love that. Nice and easy. John, I mean, mate, it's already, again, it's just flown by. This podcast has just flown by. We are running out of time. Before we wrap it up, did you say you was going to the conference, the Pro Mobile conference?
I'm going to the conference, yes.
Mate,
Saturday. I'm getting there early.
Yeah, getting there
Sunday and
early.
Monday.
Yeah, Sunday and Monday. I think it's the 23rd, 24th of March. There are still a few tickets left if you haven't got them, guys. We'll be there. John and meeting at the bar. I'm meeting Danny Drayton at the bar. I'm hoping to meet a few other people at the bar on Sunday night.
You're going to need a lot of bar stuff on them.
They're going to need a lot. You know what? It's a great event, really is. I'm looking forward to it. They've got some great keynote speakers there. Some of the keynote speakers I mentioned last week, go back to episode 74. Have a listen. Some of the keynote speakers that we got going to the Pro Mobile conference. Grab your ticket online as well. There's only a few left, so definitely jump on this. It's good. It's a good event. It's a good weekend, and the networking side is always good laugh and it's good fun. And the food's lovely. Food is well nice, and the rooms are like proper tidy as well. So yeah, a good weekend. If you're going to learn something, you're going to take something back for the business as well, 100%. So if you haven't got your ticket, jump online, grab one of those. John, before we wrap it up, what you got coming up this weekend? Anything?
I'm working tomorrow doing a corporate for vet partners. Presuming it's something veterinary of that kind. Friday, I am. Actually, no, I've got a private event in Blackpool, and Saturday I am doing a 21st.
Nice. It's going to be a sensible 21st, or it's going to be like
it's
proper?
A sensible one. Kind of put the caveat: if it gets ridiculous, I will have a word with you, but I need to obviously protect the equipment.
Absolutely, yeah. Protect that investment.
Exactly. What are you doing, mate?
So Friday I've got High School Disco, so 2 of them back to back, an hour and a half each, I think they are. That's on Friday. And then on Saturday I've got an 80th birthday party, which they emailed me, bless her. Love this woman, she's absolutely great, but she's doing it for her dad's 80th birthday. And he's always said, look, I don't want any presents. I just want money donated to prostate cancer. Obviously, he suffers with it. So I thought, that's nice. So strictly 60s and 70s music only, and not too loud. Start at 8, finish at 11. Yeah, okay.
So
yeah, so I'll be taking out my Ape Labs lights for that one. Nice little venue it is. Loading is literally, I park my car, open the door, and where I set up is there. So it's literally 2 steps in from the car. So it's a nice venue for old boy's 80th. And then that's it for this weekend. That's all I've got. Tie me out though, that will, an 80th birthday. Because you know, within 10 minutes, someone's got to come up and give it. Can you turn it down a bit? We just want to have a little chat. Righto. Yeah.
Speakers behind you, keep you away.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to tuck them behind me. I am going to tuck them behind me. John, listen, mate, we have run out of time. Thank you ever so much for jumping on the podcast this evening. Been absolutely lovely having you here, my friend. Now, don't forget, guys, you can listen to the Groove Junction on all your major podcast providers, and you can also watch us on Spotify and YouTube. New episode drops every Friday at 10 a.m. And if you're not following John, then below are all his details, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. It's all down there. Like, follow, and share, guys. John, once again, my friend, thank you ever so much for jumping on the Groove Junction.
Thanks
we will
for
get you
back.
Yeah, mate. If you'll come back again, we'll have you back again.
Oh well, definitely. They're not
Good
sick
man.
of me already, but yeah.
No, you're all right, mate. You're all right. Love having you on, mate. Listen, guys, as I always say, I wish you safe and I wish you well. Look after yourselves and look after each other. Until next time, be safe, be lucky.